Welcome to this training video about Excel, and in particular how to use the sum function, i.e. how to add things up and multiply things and divide things in Excel. So let's get started. I've got a nice table here. I have a market stall and I sell apples, oranges, bananas and so forth every day of the week. And I want to know what all of them equal. Now I could manually add each one of them up, but that would take a long time. There is a much quicker way of doing it, and it's using the sum function. So in this box here, which is total sales, so in this cell, click on that, and then on your keyboard type the equal sign, then type the word sum, and then open bracket, and select where you want it to start. Then drag all the way down to where it ends, and click on the close bracket. Press enter or return on your keyboard and you'll get the answer. So all of that added together is 83. Also, I know it's 83 because if I click on there and go away to the bottom, down the bottom right here, I've got a sum function which tells me it's 83. But this is it. Now, if we click on a cell, if you go to the formula bar and you look at it, this is what it's doing. It's going from B3, so B3 is B3, so it's that one there, so B3, it's going from B3 to B10, and it's using the colon. Now, there are other ways of doing it. What you could do, and I don't recommend you do this, but what you could do, if I delete all of that, and do the sum again, if I do equal sum, open bracket, it's always the same way to start, equal sum, open bracket. I could do, click on that one there, B3, and I then could do plus, click on that one, plus, click on that one, plus, click on that one, so that you can see where I'm going with this. I'm going to add all these together this way, just to show you that it gives the same answer. And then at the end, I want it to close a bracket, gives me 83. So you could do that as well. That is a method. It's a very slow method, but it's good to be aware of it because you might need to use that type of method some other time. So let's delete that though, because we don't want that. Let's put the original one in. So equal, sum, open bracket, click the first one, drag all the way down, close bracket, 83. And you can do that on all of these columns. So exactly the same principle, equal sum, open bracket, click the first one, go all the way down, close bracket, 59. So that's what the sums are there. There is a quicker way though to fill all of these in. I'll delete this one so I can demonstrate it. Do the first one, so we've done it, equal sum, open bracket, B3, colon, B10, close bracket. And you see this little square down the bottom there. You can see a little square. Click on that and drag all the way along. And it will do all of them for us. So 83, 59, 60 and so forth. And we know it's correct because it's using the same formula. So let's go for this formula here. Equal sum C3 this time. So C3 to C10. So C3, C3. All the way down to C10. And the next one is equal sum D3 to D3 all the way down to D10. So there we do that. Let's do it for this one here though. So this time we want total sales. So this one's for, that we were doing was for weekdays. So Monday we sold 83 items in total. Tuesday 59 in total. But how many items of an apple did we sell in total for the week? Use the same principle. Click in the cell, equal, sum, open bracket, click on the first one, and then drag all the way to the last one, close bracket, 40. Just to be certain it's correct, you can just highlight all of them, and down the bottom, sum equals 40. And you just do the same principle on all of them. So again, you can do this, equal sum, open bracket, click on the first one, all the way across, close bracket, 50. Or you can do the method that we've just taught you. So I'll delete that, click on the first one. We know we've got the sum in there, the little square box at the bottom, drag it all the way down, and there's my answer. Make sure you don't drag all the way to the bottom though, because we don't want to add up all of these and all of these, because then you just get a massive figure, which would not be correct. Anyway, you know now how to do it for the columns and for the rows, how to use the equal sum function. So we've done this one here. So we've done sales, all items. So I've got X to say I've done that one. We've got sales for the days, done that one. Sales for selected items. So what you could do, and I was just showing this earlier, what I could do, I'll put it in here, I'll go into this cell here, equal, sum, open bracket, and let's say I want to know how many apples, so I'll click on apples, and do the plus symbol, strawberries, plus, grapes, and then close the bracket, there you go, done 24. So you can do sums like that. So if you see it in the formula bar, equal sum, and they're selected to certain items I want to add up. So that's one method as well. Sale of all items, I've already done that, so I don't need that one at all. By the way, if you want to know how to delete an entire row, because I could just delete that, but then there's a gap, so I don't want to do that. I want to delete an entire row, you actually go to the row on the left hand side, so we've got number 17, you can right click on it, go to delete, deletes the entire row. Also, if you're wondering why my version of Excel is black or kind of a dark grey rather than white, I've just changed the settings. Simple as that. I don't want to be staring at white all the time, so I just changed it to black. It's the same version as your Excel though, I can assure you of that. Right, getting back to the problem. Sales multiplied. So I want to know, how many sales I've got times by a certain number. So let's do it this way. So what we've done here, we sold apples, we sold 40 apples in a week. Let's therefore make an assumption that in 52 weeks we're going to sell 40 apples. Say that again, we're going to sell 40 apples times 52. So sales multiplied. Click in the box, equals, sum, open bracket, that one there. And then to do times, you want a little star symbol, which on my keyboard is above the number 8. So shift and 8 gives me a little star symbol. And then type in what you want to times it by or multiply it by. I want to multiply it by 52. Close the bracket, 2080. And the reason I want to multiply by 52 is because 52 weeks in a year. So that is the equation. It equals sum, open bracket, I3, which is this one here, multiplied by 52. Now, I'm going to show you something else on this exact topic. So what we could do here, we could do 52, let's do number of weeks. So let's say 52, and I can do 10. So I want to work out how many sales, I should put in there, estimate as well. Estimated sales for 52 weeks and estimated sales for 10 weeks. So this is what we could do. We could do equal, sum, open bracket, click on this one here, times by 52, close the bracket, there we go, 2080. Now, you might want to then just, fill this all the way down. Now, based on the method I showed you earlier, it's not going to work properly. And there's a reason why. And I'm going to show you how to get around it or how to solve that problem. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the exact same method. So earlier on we clicked on the first one, we dragged it all the way down. We'll do that here as well. So I'll click on the first one, I'm going to drag it all the way down. And you can see it's come up with some very strange numbers here. Okay, so the first one's correct, but all the rest of them are completely wrong. Why is that? So if I look at the formula for the first one, it's equals sum I3 times by J2. You can even see it's highlighted. So it's telling me it's going to do I3, that one there, times by that one there, times by 52. But if I click on this one here and go to the formula, we're going to do I4, which is correct, and we're going to times it by J3. So it times it by 2080, but we want to times it by 52. So what's gone wrong? Let me show you what you need to do. If I delete all of these, and I'm going to go back into this one. So we want it to be this one here, so I3, that's correct, but we want this J2 to stay constant. So the way to make it stay constant is to put dollar signs before each of the characters, so before the J and the 2. So dollar sign in there and a dollar sign in there. So the formula is still the same in the sense of order. The answer is still the same. It's on this one here, it's I3 times by J2 with dollar signs in there to give 2080. But if I now drag this one all the way down, we're getting the correct figures this time. So 50 times 52 is 2,600. I can assure you that. 50 times 50 is 2,500. 2 times 50 is 100. 2,600. There we go. So it's used it, the new formula I've put in, and it's made it correct. You can see here, so in this one here, I've got 2,600. You can see here we're doing I4 times by $J, $2. Same here. I5 times by $J, $2. Let's go away to the bottom. I10 times by $J, $2. And that $J, $2 is this, the 52. Same principle. On this one here, I want to times it by 10 weeks, equals sum, open bracket, that one there, times by, and let's type it in properly this time, dollar K, $2, close bracket. And it's that one there. So it's $K, $2. It's because it's K, and along the side it's 2, because that's the 10. We close the bracket, press enter on our keyboard, 400. 40 times by 10 is 400. Drag this all the way down, and we're getting the right figures. 50 times by 10 is 500. 55 times by 10 is 550. And we can see the formula that it's using. So you've learned how to do multiplication down here, and you've also learned how to do multiplication in a slightly different way by actually telling it to multiply by a figure which is in a certain cell. The method I showed you down here, I just had the figure in the formula. And then finally, sales divided. So exactly the same principle what we've been learning. I'll show you in this one here. So I'm going to do equal sum, open bracket, let's say total sales, that one there, 40. Divide by 7 days in a week. It's going to give me my average sales per day. Close the bracket. There you go. On average, I'm selling 5.71429. In other words, 5 apples a day, because I've just done the division sign. The division sign is the / key on your keyboard. So on my computers, down towards the bottom right, it might be different for you. Anyway, I'll put an image as to what the division sign is, /. I'm going to show you this again in a slightly different way. I'm going to call it average sales per week. I'm going to do this for apples. So equals sum, open bracket, 40 divided by 7, close the bracket. There we go. It's the same figure. What we could do though, we could put the figure up there. So 7, which is the days per week. We could do the same formula that we learned earlier. So equals sum, open bracket, total sales, 40, divided by this number here, close the bracket, press enter, there's my answer. But remember, use those dollar signs. So we'll just edit this one, go into the formula bar along the top, click before the M2, so this is the cell here. We'll click before the M, put in $, click before the 2, $, press enter in your keyboard. It's giving me the correct answer. Scroll or fill it all the way down using the method being taught, and these are the average sales. So 49 divided by 7 is 7. There we we go, I know the answer on that one. So that is again how you use divided by or division in Excel. So hopefully now you're more familiar with using the sum functionality. Just the key thing to remember, equals, sum, open bracket. You're going to pick your cells that you want, so the information you want in here. Close the bracket, and then you're going to press enter, and it's going to give you an answer. Hopefully you found this video useful. If so, please like the video, subscribe to my channel. I'll be creating more videos about how to use Excel, how to use Google Sheets as well, which is very similar to Excel. And thank you very much for watching.